We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by my running mate here tonight. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, always a pleasure. Do you see the intensity in their eyes tonight? Do you see that passion? We're going to have a barn burner. Let's check it out.
You can see it. You can feel it. I know this takes you back. Let's do this thing. McCollum to Whiteside. Short jumper misses. LA Clippers with the basketball. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Lillard. Has a chance. Pulls up for two.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Even to Zubats. Tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Lillard to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside missed his first. That one goes.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Portland has the ball. Lillard, tough matchup against George. Nice work inside. Jusuf Nurkic.
That's it? That's all the celebration I get? I wanted to see a little bit more of that one.
To Paul George. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Lillard to McCollum. Lillard. Damian Lillard is going to get 3 shots here. Career 88% from the line. First free throw is good. Second and 3, no good. Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 4. Good start.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Lillard. To McCollum. Wide open look, won't go.
I can't believe he missed that, but look, you have to stay connected to him defensively or he'll eat you alive.
Lillard can't get the bounce. To Leonard. Paul George to Beverly. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Damian Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard, 2 of 4 now.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the 2nd season in a row. Stop it.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Lillard. Clippers have got it. Nice finish at the rim.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Portland's got it. McCollum. To Beverly. Curling inside, Williams. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
McCollum into the front court. Right now, down 7. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. It's Lillard for 2. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the 2nd quarter. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. George buries it on the catch and shoot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Lillard for 2. D's got it. Damian Lillard, 3 for 6 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Count the basket at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Dame rises, count the basket.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season, a first-time All-NBA first-team player, tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Leonard. He engulfed him that time. Trailblazers with the basketball. D's got it. Damian Lillard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
George, defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Lets it fly from long range. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Leonard. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
C.J. McCollum. Off the mark. No good. To George. Can't miss those. Lillard to Nurkic. Lillard buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Lillard to Nurkic. Fires the three. That's not his range. It's no good. Lillard. Ooh, he'll take that.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
And the rebound taken in by the Trailblazers. McCollum with the basketball. Down three. Over to the right side. Lillard to Nurkic. Damian Lillard, and strokes it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. George, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. So it remains Portland basketball. Lillard. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Leonard to Paul George. Hassan Whiteside swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Lillard against Paul George. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
George, defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Hassan Whiteside pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Whiteside. A pass stolen by Portland. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust.
Screen coming.
This for the tie. We reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beyond the arc for 3. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. George lets it fly. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Lillard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, though.
And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Lillard trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Beverly to Leonard. For three.
That's his first personal foul.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at three here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Second of three is good. Hits all three free throws. Lillard. Clippers have it. Has a look. Jumper's good.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Clippers have the basketball. To George. Leonard. It's rebounded by Whiteside. Lillard against Paul George. And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
13, Paul George. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
It's Lillard for two. Shot by Lillard, no good. To Leonard. Rocking the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Throws it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Lillard. And he knocks it down.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
George, guarded by Nurkic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
McCollum to Nurkic. Hassan Whiteside. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Leonard. At long last, he missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it. Make him think about it a little bit more.
Misfires. It's no good. George. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Subbing in for the Clippers, number 23,
Lillard to Rodney Hood. Patrick Beverly. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Paul George fires, pulls up for 2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
To Leonard from long range. No good. That's great defense. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Lillard for 2, just off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Lillard against Paul George. Paul George rejects it. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Lillard. Offensive and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Strong finish for Paul George.